Just as this lady said, her husband have a calling, a spiritual calling, but the husband refused to answer his calling. According to her, there were two boys that the gods chose. The idols, their late father left for them. So the gods chose the two of them. But out of two of them, one needs to answer the calling, need to replace their father, needs to serve that idol. Sharakusa here, Maya here. But it was a fortunately, her husband, that is this lady who wrote me yesterday, it was yesterday. So fortunately, the husband refused them of answering the universe, the ancestors' calling. Then what did the ancestors not do? They not take one of their child. You know what I mean? It means deleting one of their child out of this world. And according to the lady, what she's written here, and she said the idol has been taking, two person from their family, has been taking them away from the world, because the idol is very angry at them, means the gods. Due to the covenants, how husband father made with the idols. She said what attracted her to speak to me or seek for opinion or what she can do right now is because she saw a video where I was talking about do not, or before you take any deity from your father's house, before you take them away, ask questions. If there is a covenant that your father or mother made with that deity in your father's house or your mother's house, I said before you remove, or before you call a pastor to remove it, ask questions so that you will not go and pay for what you know nothing about. Just a moment. So as I was saying, I think the video I made some days ago, the title was before you remove any deity from your father's house or mother's house, ask questions, go for consultation. Before you call pastor to come and remove it, go and ask questions. The covenant your father or your mother or that person that owns that ancestors, that owns that deity, you understand? Ask. You need to go and ask the covenant they made. And I also said, before you call any pastor, that pastor needs to be very careful, because some pastors, they use their head to carry what they know nothing about. As I always say, a lot of humans, they always promise what they cannot fulfill. Let me use myself as an example. Like I am. I was born with who I am today. Now, it took me years for me to be able to answer them. Okay, now that I have answered them, suddenly one pastor, if I slap you, if you preach to me, if I slap, Iga Wobi, and then when you get preaching, mommy. Then one pastor will not convince me and say, and you are worshiping, I don't worship idol. I am goddess of the ocean. Point of correction, pastor. I don't worship anything. I am water that people worship. I am goddess of the ocean. Okay, now, One pastor will convince me and say, oh, you worship this thing. You are man, Jay. It's not good you represent. Come and let me deliver you. Then he will come to this my holy temple and touch my property and take them away. When they did not know my covenant with what I accepted. Before I accepted who I am, to represent who I am, like who I am in the ocean, in the physical world, now, there is a covenant that I made that nobody knows. There is a covenant. There is what I have bargained. Okay, now, suddenly one pastor will not come and touch my property. That pastor will be in problem. As I said earlier before, I say, my daughter, she's listening to me now. I said, if she refuses, I will pass through a child, my grandchild. If my grandchild refuses, I will pass my great-grandchild. I will continue domain in the family. Because nobody can cast me. Are you getting me? All right, now. So this is what so many families are facing, just like this lady now. And the thing is that I also said it on some of my videos that if you refuse to answer them, they will give you poverty. You will become a beggar. They will mistreat your life. If you break a covenant, that is why I always tell people, be careful the kind of promise you make to people, e.g. people like me. Because if you don't fulfill it, no matter what, no matter how far you run away from me, when the time comes, when I want to pay you a visit, I will come. I will come. Sharakusa hi amayahi. Now, you see, this lady said, in the Mas family, our husband family is full of poverty. Poverty, nobody is progressive. If anyone falls, if anyone rises, they will fall. If anyone rises, they will fall. If anyone rises, they will fall. These are the reasons. Because the man refused to answer the calling. And now, according to the lady, he said where she went to, one consultation person or the consultation people who done those things for her, they said that she is the next and they will keep on taking their child. They will keep on taking their child out of the world. Then now, they said it is a turn. She's asking, Mommy, should I leave this man alone or what? As you all know, I am goddess of the oceans. I am a god that people worship. For me, I am a merciful God. But when someone make a covenant, he has to fulfill. And if you got married to such person that refused to answer me, that refused to answer the ancestors, or what they are, it means when you are plucking, dragging the pear, you know what they call pear, you are dragging it. You see that thing you are using to dragging it. That thing will be dragging you. You will be dragging it. You are going to see me. For me, my advice to you or anyone in this position facing the same thing and that lady, as I said to you, the choice is for you. Either you choose to leave the man alone or try to convince him or tell him if he really loves you, he will abide and answer his calling. But if he did it, my darling, save your life and let him be. Let him carry his cross by himself. I answered my calling because I don't want to put any man in risk. Because any man I got married, I wish I didn't answer my calling. That man, they will dealt with him. Even the one I'd been with before, they dealt with them because I refused to answer them. I have sons. I have daughters. If my daughter told me that their husband or their girlfriend or their fiancé or whoever that have this calling, I will tell them, go and do it. If they refuse, oh yeah, leave my son alone. Oh yeah, leave my daughter alone. Don't come and use your own to disturb her own or disturb his own. So many men are not progressing today. So many women are not progressing today. It is because of their partner, because they refuse to answer their calling. Watch out for the part. So I love you all. I hope you